Guys, Ben here. Today we're gonna go cut a key for a Honda Civic, and I believe it is a 2014. All right, so I took the original key and I created the model of it in there, and now we're cutting our new key to fit the original key. All right, so while we wait for that to connect, I've got my Autel thing connected in to the OBD2, and I'm gonna kind of run through a few things to see if we can get this to work. So once I get into my little system here, I'm gonna press immobilizer, and we're gonna just, make sure we can connect the car. So we're gonna just have it read the VIN code. Now I have it set on the on position so that the the car is on while it's running, and it's caught the VIN for it. I'll press OK, and it's a blade key that we're cutting right now. You can still hear it cutting. Cool. So we'll just confirm that by pressing yes. Now, the first thing I like to do is just scan the immobilizer, and it's asking to turn it on. That doesn't mean actually turning the engine on. It means just the ignition thing should be on the on position, which is the 2 position. You can see right there on the 2 position. The 3 would be that ignition. So it's gonna get into the system, and it's gonna kind of read what's going on in the car's computer. All right, my key just finished cutting, so we're gonna grab it from our little lathe here, tap it off, and we can see our new key has been cut to the specifications. I'm gonna just try it out in the door real quick to see if it fits. So we'll just, we're gonna close it, put it in, turn it. Good to go. All right, so our computer has run. It's confirmed that this is a 4th blade system. That doesn't really mean anything as far as what we're doing right now. I think it just means like the year or the type of system it is. So now that we have our new key ready to go and our original key in the ignition, we're just gonna wait for it to kind of run through it. Here it's run through the system, and it says that there have been 4 keys cut to this car. That means that the car computer has been programmed 4 times to receive 4 different keys. The type of immobilizer, or the type of key, is a type 2, and everything looks normal, okay? So I'm gonna press add key, and we're gonna just kind of go through the steps and see if we can add this key. So press start. Just gonna follow the instructions. Turn on the registered key and turn the ignition on. We've already done that, so we just press OK. Now, as we wait, we'll see it's gonna connect with the car, and it's gonna do an immobilizer system check. So it's just gonna make sure the immobilizer is working. That does it automatically. It's gonna read how many keys there are. There's 4. And now we're gonna turn off the ignition within 15 seconds. Now we're going to turn the ignition on using the registered key within 17 seconds. So I turned it on. Once it connects and understands that it's done that, it'll ask me, now we're going to get that new key. So I would like to proceed to the next one. Yes, I want to add a new key instead of that original key. So turn the ignition off within 15 seconds. Insert the new key. Turn the ignition on within 20 seconds. Here's our new key. Turning the ignition on using the new key. It's going to connect the immobilizer system to the key itself, and the car is receiving that new key. Key program succeeded. Would I like to learn the next one? No, because I don't have another key. All right, we're just going to make sure everything's working. We're turning it off within 15 seconds. Okay, and then we're turning the ignition on within 15 seconds. And turn it off within 15 seconds. Turn the ignition on. And now we'll see if the key will work. And we'll know that it works if the immobilizer lamp goes out, which I don't see an immobilizer lamp on. So we are good to go. So we're gonna say yes to this prompt, and it's gonna read and see. Let's turn off the ignition, follow this prompt, turn the ignition on, and let's see if it's gonna read 5 keys. There you go, we have a 5th key. So now let's turn the ignition all the way, and now it works. This is our new key that we just programmed. Take it out, and now we need to connect our buttons. So that's gonna be a next step here. All right, here's the funny thing. As soon as I programmed it with this to that, the buttons started working. I'll just prove that to you by pressing the trunk button, and it just unlocked. So we currently have a program key, good to go. All right, I'm shutting the door so it can be a little silent. So let's talk numbers. So I have a good relationship with this dealer. They give me cars all the time. I like to do work during the day, during 9 to 5 hours, and that's when the dealership does it. So I gave them a really good deal. I charged them $80 total for this key. They also do work on my cars for cheap, you know, so there's kind of a two-way relationship going on. And so, you know, most key cutters will charge $150, $200 for this kind of job. I honestly am just charging a very low amount of money. Now let's talk parts. So this part was $20 off of Amazon. So I'm making 60 bucks for coming out here. Took me about 5 minutes, took me about 20 minutes to get set up, took me about 20 minutes to drive here. So total is gonna be about an hour for 60 bucks. Let's just test it one more time to make sure it's working. Car's on. Success. Thanks for joining me. This is a Honda Civic 2014. Over and out.